Okay, this is test number 2 of YouTube OBS VStream integration here. We went back into OBS. We're streaming directly from OBS again. And I'm going to do the same thing I did a minute ago, but different. Right, good. So I see myself on the VStream website. Now it's showing, so it's like I can do 1080p at 60 frames a second from OBS. I just can't do it when I have a multi-person stream, apparently. Apparently that's what's happening here. So unless there's something magical going on, like VStream can take a higher bit rate, I'm just not seeing the benefit of paying double right now, you know? It's like, and it sucks because, like, you can't upgrade once you pick the plan. Like, that's it. Like, you know, it's like, so you got to make a decision, you know, if you're going to make a decision. This is interesting for anybody who's in streaming. Apparently they're like they're listing some discounts on some hardware here. So I mean, not that I would buy Logitech is fine. I just wouldn't buy their Logitech camera, but might not be a bad camera. Just the Keo seemed pretty good in general. Some of the configs seemed a little concerning to me, but it didn't really look like it was an issue. Just something people encounter, you know. I bet GoPros have come down in price. That's kind of interesting in general, but. Actually, DJI makes a pretty nice mobile camera, as a matter of fact. Okay, so anyway, that's besides the point. I don't really care about these accessories. I just wanted to know when the sale ends. Like, it's like telling you, oh, here we are. Nope, that's just 7-day money-back guarantee. So once the sale is over, whenever it does end, which is not clear to me. But this actually looks more readable on my widescreen monitor, so let's take a look at it again. So, I mean, I'm streaming at 1080p right now. I'm literally streaming at 1080p right now, so I don't know why it's listing it as a benefit that I can stream at 1080p. It's like, do what you're already doing now. Unless they're talking about Studio. Now, paying for VStream Studio does have some features that are nice. But, I'm doing a Bill Cosby, like, no, but, how do I phrase it? I don't need the half of it, you know, like, I'm not someone who's going to use the web browser to replace OBS. Yeah, my quality looks pretty good right now. I mean, now that I'm analyzing it in comparison to the 720p, you know, sure, there's some blurriness, I guess. It's not like horrific. I've been enjoying Fang of the Sun Dugrum. I'm like episode 50 something right now. And keeps the intrigue, all of that stuff keeps building up. What up, Raquel SSG 2211 and the Pad Wannabe? Just doing a little science testing right now. I have OBS, but I'm still tech confused if I wanted to use it while I joined the stream. So that's a great question. Does that work? So it's funny because I'm watching a video and some guy's saying how he loves using Restream Studio. It's sort of like when you're doing multiple people through the browser. And he's saying like, oh man, you know, it's way easier than doing it through OBS. And I'm like, what? You can't exactly do multiple people through OBS. Like I think it, you know, I've thought of a few ways I would go about doing it, but it's not really like made that way, right? You know, like now if you were in a Zoom meeting, I guess you could share your desktop and use the OBS virtual camera. And then, you know, OBS would also intercept your microphone. So while you're speaking on the Zoom meeting, OBS would pick up on that. But then when other people speak on the Zoom meeting, it would be coming out of your desktop audio and OBS would also be picking up on that. So in that situation, I wouldn't be able to use the OBS virtual camera like I do now unless I had 2 instances of OBS running, but most people don't use it the way I use it. So that would be a non-issue. Now, of course, if we're doing Restream and I open up multiple people through Restream Studio in my web browser, which I mean, we could, you know, like, where's my mouse? I lost my mouse. Here it is. We go to my top monitor and I would say stream with Studio. And then I guess if it was in full screen, maybe, see, that gets a little murky. That does get a little bit murky there. I mean, I might just do the friggin' Black Friday special and then get my fucking 7-day money back guarantee because, like, bear in mind, if you do that, expect to be speaking to a human being. Expect that the human being might be akin to talking to a wall, but they're not going to let you cancel it through the website. Like, you can't just click, you know, it's 7 days, 5 days, I want to cancel. No, they literally make that option unavailable. As I remember last year when I applied for the, you know, the standard version of their plan, I distinctly remember them making it difficult to just DIY your cancellation, so to speak. But, you know, 30-minute upload, not really important to me. I mean, I can see a situation where it would be useful. Maybe if I had an opening for my show and an outro. Storing 5 videos would be more than enough for me. 500 megs per video would probably be more than enough for me. I can see, you know, like that might come in handy, but I can do everything locally. And if I'm limited to 5 videos and I ever need more than 5 videos, then I'm gonna do it locally anyway, so it doesn't really help me much. Invite one teammate to collaborate in studio, create events, manage. Okay, so same thing on both of these, which is fine because I wouldn't want to have that many people in control of it anyway. Too many ways people can make mistakes, I guess. They all have the same health monitor. Stream to guest channels. What does that mean? Oh, I guess I kind of get what that means. Okay. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Like if you do a multi-stream, you can more easily probably send it to the channels, which I suspect people can do it without that, but okay. Custom graphics, which I mean, seems the basic graphics is good. I think I don't get the watermark. Wait, I'm mixing up my plans here. I gotta read it. It says standard professional. Okay, so let me read this again. But yeah, I mean, I'm here, but I'm currently doing 1080p. But if I want to do multiple people, then I can only do 720p. Stream to guest channel, 60-minute upload. Okay, so yeah, I misread it, but okay. So I have more than I would need. More than I would need here. The RTMP thing is interesting. I've used it in the beginning, but for different reasons. I avoid Facebook everything like the plague. Because, I mean, like, yeah, everyone's engaged in data mining, but I feel like Facebook is just like the worst, most bad faith acting group in the whole foray. So that's interesting. It says RTMP source. Did it not say I could do RTMP over here? 3 RTMP pull links. Maybe that's different than an RTMP source. Well, that's okay. I have a way of doing that inside of OBS. Okay, good to know. I'll take a look at that in a little bit. Raquel, thanks for the heads up. And that's like yesterday I learned what streamer mode is in OBS in whatchamacallit, stream, the fucking name, pardon my French. In what's that shit called? You know, Discord. Yeah, so I figured out streamer mode is like, I'm gonna click on it right now and see what happens. Let's customize your experience. Oh, maybe that's why I never read the thing. Making new friends. Finished. That's what I didn't click on a survey, Raquel. I think that's what happened. Whatever it's called. Questionnaire, something like that. This time it was simple. So I am in like Flynn, aka Bruce Boxleitner from Tron. I think we're gonna open up Space Engine or Celestia. Whoops. Yeah, I think I just clicked on it. I'll double check it, but I think it worked. Okay, good. You got it. Thank you. Oh, Daryl looked at it as a nice stream going on. I don't know if it's nice. It looks good. I mean, you know, it's good people. I probably didn't click on the questionnaire at the after clicking join Raquel. That's most likely what happened because I was being lazy. Oh, good. I think my add-ons are working. It's got names of places that weren't listed here before. Supposedly, I should be able to monitor earthquakes, although I have a feeling I can't. Like, maybe it's just raw text. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to be able to read these letters in order. Oh, wait, this is the geology overlay. Okay, so just give me some geology data there. Okay, hopefully this works. Yeah, it did work. Okay, good. I've been meaning to get this working for a while. So this is the planet size overlay feature. And in theory, I should be able to now see all of the major planets in some kind of scale. And actually it's got the top gazillion planets, if I remember correctly. So I forget how to navigate in Celestia. It's not like the other space program, but I can rotate, I can translate. I just don't remember how to do the things that are easy to do. Okay, so I can change my perspective using the num lock. I wish I knew how to navigate this program. Gonna look it up. How to move in Celestia. Yeah, my Thanksgiving is pretty good. You know, I just visited my cousins and aunt, and she's well, they're well, so that's good. Everyone's a happy camper. Played a little Mario Kart with my, I guess, is she my niece? I guess she's my niece, yeah. So that was fun. Shift C, center orbit. I don't think I want to orbit a planet. Left drag, orient view. Right drag, orbit selected object. Okay, well, if I select an object, I can... I guess I'm orbiting Jupiter now? Okay, you know what? I know what I can do here. I can just center objects. So we got Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune. Wait, or is it Uranus? Uranus and Neptune. Yup, because I know that because Pluto is a trans-Neptunian object. So far... Whoops, and you can even see a little bit of the Neptunian ring. You can barely see it unless it reflects light or you block light with it. But it's got a very thin ring compared to the other water giant or ice giant. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that, Raquel. Yeah, it's good. Just take it easy. I hope the pies were good. I know you mentioned you had a couple of pies on hand for that. So now we got... Oh yeah, and these are in size order actually. So these are not in real order. So that's why Jupiter is next to the sun. Obviously, that's not how things are built. But it just kind of gives us an appreciation, I think, of the scale of the Earth compared to Jupiter, or even Jupiter compared to the sun. And then Mars, Venus actually, is very comparable to Earth in size. That's why it's always been seen as Earth's stepsister or something. Well, no, it's not really stepsister. I'm just kind of being funny here, but you know what I mean. And actually, it's got a complex enough features surface that maybe I can use this to help me in my testing endeavors. So we're going to get my video up on my top screen and get that into full screen mode so I can analyze that. Chocolate, ooh, chocolate pie and cheesecake. I'm purposely shaking it up to see if I can get it to go cuckoo. I mean, I don't know if I'm being motivated here to buy the Restream plan. I gotta tell you right now, like, I'm trying to see some imperfection or something different here, and this looks kind of okay. I mean, I could probably look better in the corner of the screen. I mean, less blurry maybe, because I do see a little bit of blurriness that, in fact, that would actually be a good way for me to test this. Okay, I got an idea. I'm gonna go into full screen mode on my main monitor and whoops, now it gets all trippy like this. Far out, man. I'm sorry. I know this is absolutely dumb. I can't help it. This is fun. Okay, so what was I doing again? I'm kidding. I know what I was doing. We're gonna go to my top monitor where it's still playing the delayed version of the loop here. So we gotta wait for that to fade out. Actually looks like something you would see in a church. Kind of look like a bishop's hat in the background there. You know, the bishop with the little, you know, folding hat. All right, so now I'm just kind of... Oh no, it's gonna keep playing it. Is this gonna play an indefinite loop? No, it can't play an indefinite loop. That's physically impossible. Let me click on live. Actually, yes, it could play an indefinite loop. Duh. Right, let's just do that for a second. Okay, now I got an idea. I have to take this and put it in a window, I guess. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I know what I gotta do. Okay, switch back to the MSI monitor, but this time we're gonna put the window projector up on here, and then I can look at it on my top monitor. And the idea is that I should be able to alternate between Okay, so now if we compare it directly, let me see here. We now need to go here. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. So now we have this over here. I'm in the corner of the screen. And then if I go out of full screen mode into windowed mode, good. Now I can get a good comparison. Okay, so this is the YouTube video. Got little jagged lines in the corner. Yeah, it's okay. It's about comparable. About comparable. Yeah. Now I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do full screen on my second monitor. So now okay, so actually that's interesting. I identified not really a glitch, just the way it does downscaling. So the way the software handles downscaling is a little bit different here. But I mean, look, our streaming stats are in the green, no dropped frames, no surprise there. Maybe if we play a fast-paced game, we might get more issues. Oh look, we got Titan. So Titan's interesting because it's not even a planet. Oh, why did it zoom in on it so much? Titan is a moon of, Saturn. And yet, it's not much smaller than Earth if we consider all things, right? I mean, Venus, Mars. In fact, Titan compared to Mars, which is on the left here, that wouldn't be a bad fiefdom if you had to take over an entire planet. It's doing alright, Angry Canadian, but my big problem, Angry Canadian, is that they're selling these plans that offer 1080p in the professional edition, right? But if I stream to a Restream Studio, I get only 720p, which I expect because I'm on a standard plan, right? The thing that confuses me, Angry Canadian, is that I can stream from OBS at 1080p and 60 frames per second. I mean, it says it right here, right? It says quality, 1080p, 60 frames per second. And I think it lets me do 720 at 60 as well. Yeah. So I don't understand, like, do they mean that you can only do 1080p 60 frames a second from Restream Studio? I mean, that you can only do 720p through Restream Studio, but you can go above that, because I mean, unfortunately, doing my quick Googling isn't giving me like a straight answer on like that. In fact, when I Google it, I get, sponsored YouTube videos from people who clearly, and at least most of the time, are openly partnered with Restream, which I'm happy for them that they're getting money from Restream, but I'm trying to get some objective advice. I'm trying to get an answer to a technical question like this, and trying to figure it out myself, because last time I contacted people at Restream, I felt like I was talking to a wall, and so I'm more about self-sufficiency in this matter, or asking friends like you. And you guys should check out Angry Canadian's channel. He recently had a anniversary in which his channel is, I believe, 100 years old as of yesterday. I think it might have been his 100th birthday, maybe his 100th birthday. Let's probably that, yeah, because he looks all of 99 and a half years old. That's why his face looks like a skeleton in his avatar. That's actually a hand-drawn painting to represent what Angry Canadian looks like in real life. So you should really subscribe to him, because I mean, he can't even get up anymore. He's just a skeleton, like literally. And so, you got to give him some company to talk about anime and stuff. Actually, I believe he knows Japanese, too. Right? Now, this is Eris. We recently had a friend who married this planet. But no, jokes aside, these are the dwarf planets, or at least some. Now we're getting out past Pluto. In fact, did we get to Pluto yet? Where is Pluto? navigating this is a little bit tricky for my taste, but where did Pluto go? Okay, that was the moon. Io, Callisto. I think we went past Pluto already. Mars, Ganymede, Mercury, Callisto, Io. Luna, which is the moon. Triton, Eris, the planet of chaos. Pluto. So yeah, here's an interesting factoid here. It might actually be a real fact, but right now we think that Eris is slightly larger than Pluto. This is one of the reasons why there's been so much consternation regarding making Pluto a planet or not a planet, because I mean, if you call Pluto a planet, you might have to call Eris a planet as well. On the other hand, I don't think Eris has an atmosphere. Pluto does have an atmosphere at least half the year. So some of these are moons and some of these are planets. Sedna, that's a planet. So I'd say like Sedna and Eris are among the more newly discovered dwarf planets in the lineup that are worth talking about. Iapetus, that's a moon. Maki Maki is a dwarf planet. Charon is Pluto's moon. In fact, now they're thinking about considering Pluto a binary system. What up, Lorenzo? Good to see you, David Glenn, Lorenzo Sleestack, and of course we have Lemon Pie dropping in as well. So this is actually an answer. Angry Canadian responded and said, yeah, Restream is odd in that case. StreamYard gives you 1080p out of the gate. And it's like, I got 1080p, I just don't have it through Restream Studio, which I'm entirely fine with. I just wish their marketing material would say something to the effect of, oh, we give you 1080p here, but not here, you know, like, or something like that, you know, and maybe like specify, oh, but the quality is going to be shit, so you should probably keep it set to 720p when using Restream Studio anyway, or something, you know, something like whatever it is. I got Restream just to do panel live streams. OBS will be for gaming streams. If I want to combine the two, I'll have to take a hit on the game streams in the 720. That's not a bad option. I mean, honestly, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I mean, like, I can't think of a good reason to go above that right now. And like, see, the thing is that I want better quality for game streaming. That's why I think that's one of the reasons I haven't streamed a game in a while, because if I play a game right now that's fast paced, like let's say Dirt Rally 2.0. In fact, let's hook up my DualShock controller. I hope it's not too late to hook it up. It might not like it that I'm hooking up a little late. Okay, there's my penny PlayStation 3 controller. 5. And I'll give you guys some audio. Don't worry, I wouldn't leave you guys hanging, my friends. You will get audio. I don't know if I should be running 2 3D apps at once, but already are. Computer's just gonna have to cope with it. That's what I paid this computer to do, is to compute. And it will compute. Uh-oh, I lost the window. I want to get the chat window. So, okay, I think we're gonna enable the on-screen chat. So, you guys win. You get to be on today's show. No, I'm kidding, but jokes aside, let's get that chat monitor up on screen. Hey, what up, Chaos for you? Yeah, man, this dude was on fire yesterday playing Spider-Man. Alright, let's hope I don't have to re-enable anything. I'm not getting audio from this game right now. I probably muted it a while ago and for some reason. My poor computer is going to be forced to struggle. Alright, am I muting audio for the game? It doesn't appear to be the case. Oh well, we'll just jump back into the game and see what happens. Yeah, oddly, I'm not getting audio output. Although, that's like less important to me right now, I guess. But it would still be a matter of interest to me that the game should have audio. So I'm going to double check my sound settings before I reload that. But this is the game that I think will push the streaming, whatever you want to call it, to a limit. Yeah, it's defaulting to my wireless headset. Okay, so that's okay. So we just go, and one thing I hate about Windows 11, in fact, wait, I did that wrong. But yeah, it's trying to output sound to my PlayStation controller. That's literally what it says right now. It says it's literally trying to output sound to my PlayStation controller. So we'll put this back. And it's trying to override my headset settings too. See you later, Raquel. Thanks for hanging out. So you gotta, you know, unfortunately Windows 11 does this a little differently. It's more like navigating Windows 10's, you know, user-friendly settings, I guess. All right, let's get back into Dirt Rally now that we fixed it. So we're gonna open up Dirt Rally 2.0. Your DualSense controller isn't supported by this game. Steam input will translate device. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I have to cancel the loading of this game right now because I need to open up the PlayStation controller thing. I hope I didn't miss out on the Black Friday special. Oh, no, I did buy the game. I bought one game yesterday, or one package. I bought like, what did I buy yesterday? Did I buy a game? Yeah, so I actually had to pay $4 for this app for DualShock. So we launched this app, and this is sort of like a wrapper, I would consider it, that tells like the DualShock controller how to be, how to exist on a Windows PC. Yeah, man, you playing that for the better part of yesterday, if I remember correctly, at least for the part of the evening I caught it, the stream. All right. So I think we open up the app. It takes a minute to load, but it's running in a little tray icon in the bottom right corner. So, assuming I loaded it correctly. Yep. Okay, we'll give the computer a minute. Looks like the app needs a minute to load. We'll let it get acquainted with the gamepad. Let it, you know, shake hands with the USB port or whatever it's got to do. But yeah, I'm nowhere closer to my decision. I'm just going to play the game real quick. I want to see like the fast-paced action. Assuming, there we go. Now the app is open. Now it's detecting the controller. You can set things like when the trigger activates. In fact, right now I actually have like a little bit of force feedback on my brake and gas pedal. It's very nice. Like, it's indispensable for playing games like this. It really is. So there we go. Now we're loading Dirt Rally. Oh, I gotta fast forward my stream again. Okay. I'll have to be careful with this. Yeah, basically, Lorenzo, they'll remove, and it's not even just removing the advanced features. They'll kind of like, they're always trying to change the control panel, but they're often making half-hearted attempts at it. So they'll make like a new control panel UI, but then like most people like me will just go to the old one. They'll be like, okay, well, this one sucks, so we're just gonna use this one. And then recently I went to configure Windows 11 on someone's computer to do some streaming stuff, and it was just like a bunch of stuff I expect to find wasn't there. Unless I went burying myself through the new UI, like, which I was trying to avoid. Alright, so now I have a slight delay between the game and the stream, but I should be able to analyze the quality. And I'd say the color definitely doesn't pop out the same unless my top monitor isn't color calibrated right. See, that's another issue too. But nah, the quality looks worse. In fact, not only does it look worse, it looks like it's skipping. It looks pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. And speaking of bad, I gotta go to the bathroom. Real bad. I'll be right back. Yeah, that's a good answer, David Glenn. I stopped using Windows 15 years ago. My brother was really cool like that. Then he got married and started using MacBooks, and I'm like, dude, just because you're married doesn't mean you have to go gay. Like, it's like he should know, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get it. He's got a kid and shit, but like, we know from the Louis Rossman videos that Apple doesn't really support their hardware, right? You know, we know they don't give a shit. Alright, so I'm not happy with the quality there, but we're going to keep experimenting now. I have two options here. They are toys, and like, look, at one time they were kind of nice and like professional-ish. And a lot of professionals use them, but it's like, you know, there's nothing remotely field serviceable in a MacBook anymore. Oh, thank you, Lady Mist. It had to be Windows ME or something. I can't imagine how the registry editor could go backwards, only because, like, I don't remember it changing, but I could be wrong. You know, I'm sure they messed something up that people who knew what they were doing liked a lot about the registry editor. I do know that the Windows 98 virtual machine that I set up to back up N64 memory cards is working on my Pocket PC. I showed it briefly during a stream a week ago, but I bought an old Windows mobile device. In fact, if I could either put Linux on it maybe, or if someone knows where I can find some MIPS R4000 binaries, basically Windows CE 2.11 apps that are compiled for MIPS, because apparently, like, when you have a Windows CE device back in 1999 or 2000, it mattered what CPU it had a lot. And unfortunately, the apps I had in the past are much harder to find, and my only hope at the moment is plugging a zip drive into this computer to get that data. I like Linux Mint a lot. I think my friend is using Debian right now because I think there was some issue recently. They switched to, like, was it Flatpak? Was it, or App Image or something? I mean, it's got its ups and downs. App Image. I mixed up App Image and Flatpak recently during a previous stream, by the way. But I like using the, you know, Debian apt package manager a lot. The OS on my Xbox is the closest thing I have to Windows. I enjoyed Linux, man. When you said that, I read that. Flatpak, okay, yeah, because there was Flatpak and there's app image. Sometimes I'm just like rolling my eyes. I'm like, just give me a fucking Debian thing. And that's something that I think, what was it? Who the hell was it? Was it Mint doing this or Ubuntu doing this? I think they started like replacing like packages that you get through the apt package manager or replaced with like either, I don't want to say app image or Flatpak, but like they did something funny where like you think you're installing a Debian package and just calling up the other one, if I'm remembering correctly. I mean, I've been mostly interacting through Proxmox lately. Snap. Okay, Ubuntu is using Snap. I think that's exactly what it was then. I'm pretty sure Mint has Debian. Yeah, it does. Yeah, definitely, Lorenzo. Yeah, no, it definitely does. It definitely does. And it's just whatever change I think was implemented on Ubuntu, and it's probably what pushed my friend away from it. Okay, let me think here for a second. Might have to start another stream here. Okay, let me think here. So we know the quality looks like hell. So what are my options? Bump it down to 720p. To do that, I will probably have to end this stream. I'm taking a look at the setting here right now. And yeah, to do any of this, I'd have to do that. So maybe if I bump it down to 720p, it'll work. So I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to start another stream with those settings.